people who have no sales experience can still get into appointment setting roles with the right strategy. Making 2 to 5K a month as an appointment setter is not limited to the guys who already have past sales experience. In this video, I'm going to detail a step-by-step strategy so that you can find an appointment setting role within 14 days or less. All you have to do is follow this step-by-step framework diligently, and you will find a job very soon. Step number 1 is just finish your physical resume. Here's what it looks like. It looks like a cover letter. It looks like a resume. And also, one thing that's distinct about the resumes I always recommend is that you should always have a video resume at the top of your resume. That should be the first thing anyone sees, video resume. And here's the reason why. As an appointment setter, you are being hired for your sales skill set. You are being hired for how you communicate and how persuasive you can be. So people, rather than reading about your resume, want to hear and see your resume. So having your video resume separates you from the bunch and sets you many paces ahead in terms of getting an opportunity faster. All you can use is Loom to film your video. Very easy. Also, for the video which you create, there are certain things you must make sure you do. Now, if you have no sales experience at all, you need to find a way to communicate every single experience you have as something that would help make the interviewer or the company more money. Okay, so let's use an example here, just a rough off the top example. Let's say you've been a dishwasher for the last 3 years. Okay, you're a dishwasher, which is ridiculous, right? It has nothing whatsoever to do with selling and appointment setting. So on your video resume here, you can say, hey, I'm Toby, and my previous experience as a dishwasher was simply about staying on task for 6, 7, 8 hours a day. I've become good at staying in one place, focused, and completing the task that I have without any care for the time at all. I've worked as a dishwasher for the last 2 years, and in that time I've learned how to work well with my co-workers to foster a very loving and cheerful work environment. I've learned that building relationships with my teammates helps everyone work better. I believe that my tendency to always do the best job I can on anything I have my hands on, and to always do my best to showcase that I'm a great colleague, that makes me a great candidate for your open position as an appointment setter. I'm looking forward to seeing how I can make you guys a lot of money. Finish. Okay, so that's just off the top of my head, but what you're trying to communicate is those skill sets, as in being loyal, being charismatic, being persuasive. Find ways that you can plug those attributes from your past experiences into the sales position you're trying to apply for and into your video resume. That's simply the goal. Every company out there loves to hear that somebody else wants to help them make more money. You know, pull on their heartstrings. Speak to them, not at them, with your video resume. Now let's go into step number 2 here, okay? Now step number 2 is quite important because a lot of opportunities, sales opportunities, actually require a good LinkedIn profile. So you should do your best to stack up your LinkedIn profile, which means complete your LinkedIn profile and make sure you have a minimum of 500 connections. There's a limit to the amount of people you can add each week. However, you should continue adding people until you have at least 500 connections. Anything less than that, you look like an amateur and you're less likely to get taken seriously. So just add anybody in your feed. Do that for the next 4 weeks. It takes 4 weeks to actually get to that 500 mark there. And don't make sure you also have some things on your LinkedIn that might link you to being a salesperson. Like for example, your banner or the description under your profile picture should say something within the lines of a business development representative, a closer, a sales rep, just something that showcases that you are taking sales seriously. It's quite important there. Step number 3. After you've already completed your video resume, including your physical resume, your cover letter, your resume, but having your video resume at the top, you've completed your LinkedIn, which is your consistently every day until you max out how many people you can add per week. You keep adding people. so that you can get to at least 500 plus connections. You complete your LinkedIn profile. Now you can focus on what really matters, which is applying. Okay. Now, a lot of people I speak to say, where do I apply? There are not many jobs out there. They can't find opportunities. They do not even know the website where they can find these opportunities. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to send you a list. I'm just going to screenshot a list of 25 different websites where you can find remote sales jobs. There is a plethora of them. But the step number 3 here involves you applying to a minimum of 20 new positions a day. Okay. Now look at this. Just be honest with me. If you have no job, your only job should be getting a job, which means you should be applying for the next 8 hours full time trying to get a job, or else you're not serious. Okay. So make it an endeavor. Try to apply to a minimum of 20 new roles diligently every single day. You do 20, that's 140 new positions in 1 week, right? From 140 new positions, come on, you're going to find an opportunity. I go on CNBC and I see guys who graduate and they're in Canada, they graduate and they cannot find a job. And then the CNBC news person says, oh, I've applied for 30 positions and I cannot find anything. Ridiculous. You should be doing that in 1 day, right? So 20 a day minimum, you are guaranteed to find a new opportunity within 7 days, 1 week. Now let's prepare for step 4, which is going to be your interview. Your interview is going to be a little tricky because when you get on the call with an interviewer, they don't need you. They're just looking for the best person who's going to make them feel good and look good. So you have to tap into that desire. For your interview, I have a video that I'm going to link right here. Go watch it. I spoke on all the questions you can expect in an appointment setting interview so that you're much more prepared. But the thing you should focus on here is communicating your charisma, your persuasiveness, and most importantly, your sales knowledge. That's all you have to do on these interviews. Don't speak so much more about your experience or your non-existent experience. All right. And even if you speak about your experience, you should tie it into being something that complements your sales skill set. So these 4 steps, just summed up, are every single thing you need to get an appointment setting role within 7 days or less. If you have any questions, guys, reach out to me. And if you like videos like this, remember again, like, subscribe, and I help you guys get into many of these roles that are out there. With that being said, I'll see you on the next video. Peace.